Hello everybody, this is Sabre Wolf. This is going to be my submission run for fan-made games. This is Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide. It's the randomizer for Final Fantasy VI or 3, depending on which generation you grew up in. For me, it was the Final Fantasy 3 version because it was on the Super NES. Yeah, that was like over 30 years ago. But this game is basically going to be the randomizer, but this is going to be a specific special run version where I'm only going to be allowed to only use Celes. Now, Celes is going to have the shock ability, which is from one of another NPC characters there, but this is a solo run, one character allowed only to beat the entire game. Now, this is the randomizer also has shortened the game, has condensed it more to make it easier to play, and also faster in general. But twitch.tv/SaberWolfGaming, 2NZ Gaming is where I do stream live, and youtube.com/SaberWolf18 is cut down versions of the gameplays where they live. Below me, as you see, is the timer and also the tracking system that we use to order to get through these games. So that is what we're looking for to do now. And the music in the background is by Leek Duck, L-E-E-K Duck. It's available, and you can use it online. It's not going to trigger anything for you, so just keep that in mind. We will be using the vanilla music of the game because, well, I don't want to get flagged for using other creative game, but the randomizer does allow you to remix tunes with all bunch of other franchise games like Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy IV, the Triangle Strategy, stuff like that. So you can use those music from those games too. All right. Okay, so our goal is to basically go through the entire game and beat Kefka at the end of top of his tower. But we are only allowed to use Celes. And I'll try to explain the game as we move along. Okay, so here we go. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. And I do start with dried meat because because finding a dried meat to do Gauss check is just ridiculous, so we don't bother doing that. We're going to do a standard run start. For my standard, let's just go to Albert first. So basically the first about 10 minutes of the run is basically just searching for items and trying to buy a gear set to basically start how to get through the game. Because right now, especially with Celes, we start with absolutely nothing. We start with a hairband, that's it. So we have to find some items to equip onto our character to make them better. That's an offering available, so we're going to make a note of that. Handy dandy notebook. Thank you, Blue's Clues, for that. So, Elbrook, World of Ruin has an offering, because we could go that route too. Because offering is good for stuff like VKs and like that, to try to get multiple hits out at once without limiting down the damage. Offering actually negates part of the damage coming out, but with a VK, the damage is calculated differently. Same thing with that weapon. That weapon is kind of the same thing. Big screen is going to be good in case we want to break the shield. We'll grab a white dress because it's helpful. Can't afford the ice shield though. But white dress is going to be helpful, especially with our shock ability, because we want to boost the magic damage as much as possible, because shock is based off of magic damage. And that's an Illumina in the shop. Okay, so now we know where our Illumina is. It's all about saving money to get it. Must have got balls too. We don't need Phoenix Downs or anything because, well, we're only one person, so we don't have to worry about that. And if we do have other characters in the party, if we have to get them, we have to ignore them. Which will happen when you get to Final Kefka. We'll have a full party of 4 characters. But we'll be ignoring them. $70,000 is actually not bad. I don't think we have any items that we can sell to get that money, though. Oh lord, not even close. Okay, yeah, we'll have to come back for that. $70,000 not bad, though. You have to be very careful of flying around in World of Ruin because there is the Doomgaze is running around. At least that check is running around. The randomizer has randomized all the bosses and enemies and stuff like that in this game. You can make it so that the bosses and stuff will be their quote-unquote vanilla positions, is where they were originally. But the randomizer, of course, we want to make it cool, we want to make it interesting, so we're not going to know where, why, how, where the stuff is. So, World of Ruin, South Figaro has our XP egg, which we are definitely going to need. So as soon as we get a bunch of items, that is the first thing we're going to buy, is the XP egg. Ruinage. Now that's cool. Ruinage is interesting because Ruinage actually allows you to hit an enemy and remove their magic points and give them to yourself, which is kind of cool. Thing to do. Let me grab some of those. Don't need Phoenix Downs, so let's grab some potions. I'll put more of those. Yeah, because no sense of getting soft or softs or Phoenix Downs and stuff, because yeah, we're not going to be healing ourselves, because we have no way of being able to res ourselves unless we get life 3. So. Oh, that's money. Okay, that is a bunch of money that we just got. So unfortunately, since we only start with Celes, we only have really one option at our disposal right now to go. That's pretty much going to be Opera House. Unless we feel risky and actually go to the Victor or the Magitech facility. All the checks you see below me on where characters are and stuff, that's basically what we determine is like with the high points of the character story or where you met them in the game, either World of Bounds or World of Ruin. You have an airship that's able to take you back and forth between the World of Bounds, World of Ruin. So you just start with the airship, so you're able to go anywhere else, anywhere you want in the world. And you basically, all their quote-unquote checks where the character locations are, where the items, espers like that you're supposed to find. It's basically where the character's major story points or you meet them are. Like, for instance, Celes was found in the dungeon there by Locke, so that is going to be one of her checks. For a... let's just see what our goal is. Our goal is to find 4 characters in 7 espers. If we find too many characters, too many espers, or we get too many checks done, we'll get what's called a skip, which is a catch-up mechanic that we have in case you just kind of run into weird problems on a run. It helps you kind of gives you a little catch-up mechanic there. One incentive that we do have available to us for this run is we do have a betting war, where there is one event that you either have to save or kill Sid, which is one of the Magitech facilities people that found Celes in the beginning of the second game. Spoilers. And it basically, you basically have the option to kill or save him. It's dependent on a betting war of the community that you have. So that helps you allow you to raise some extra money for your event. We also do a little Opera House too, so we have a center for our runners to do the Opera House. Any major event that we have, we do the opera, because the opera scene from Final Fantasy VI is one of the most biggest moments of the game. It's one of the most memorable, I should say, moments of the game. So we'll be looping that in as well. And we're still on that side of that first 10, 11 minutes of the game, so we're still looting. We still need to get that money. Still trying to find some earrings, though, too. Because we're going to need earrings and money to get the experience egg. Force armor is going to be helpful for that. We'll have to go back to South Figure World of Ruin to get that experience egg, but we're kind of just trying to find all the gear that we can. We can go back and get the Illumina and the experience egg, because those are 2 high ticket items that we want to get right now. Alright. Stay away from that. Oh, ribbon. That's huge for a curse shield if we want to get that later on, if we get Locke. We don't need the warp stones, so we have to worry about that. So yeah, moving on. I do need sleep bags, though, so we have to go find those eventually. Back to Stuff Figure now. Stuff Figure is weird because the World of Ruin and Balance are separated. So all the items you see in the overworld part of this map are able to be gotten twice. Any that are in the basement before they went through where I got Celeste's check are do not reset. Only the ones above ground actually reset. Alright, well, we already know what we're... No, Colin's really cool with an Illumina, so we'll grab one of those. I think I already had one. I might have said I shouldn't have bought that, probably. Grab that, because that's increasing our magic power. And nothing there. Okay, yeah, Crystal Sword, unfortunately, in this game is not as good as the one in Final Fantasy IV. Alright, so we are going to have to go back to World of Ruin San Figaro, get that experience A, because that experience A is going to pretty much dictate the rest of our run here. I probably should have checked the Desperate Item Zen. That. So we're going straight to the luck shop here. Put a little item sort here so we can find what we need. Alright, so we sell that. This is useless to us. And it's useless to us too. That. Oh, economizer in here too. It's crazy. Give that. I don't have enough. Okay, well, let's go back to the, where was it? Albert World Around? Oh, Albert. Albert. See if I can get this damn thing. Alright, let's go. How much is it? 57, so we need 10,000 more. Can we get 10,000 more? Is the question. I don't need the peace ring. Need 1,000 more. Alright, got the Illumina. Alright. Now every run, of course, is different. So you don't know where the items and stuff are going to be. So it's always going to be a chance thing. That's going to be 2, 4. Nope, flirt. Okay. Lumina, we don't have anything to shield us. We do have Magus Hat for that, and that. For Experience Egg, and unfortunately, they put Move Charm on us for now. We're pretty beefy, though. Let's go to the Opera House. We're not going to do Save Kill Sid right now, but we will have that available as an option for the extra run, as a bidding war. And sets as a timer now. It does add an extra, I'd say it does add an extra 2 to 3 minutes, so it's not bad. It does add a couple of minutes. But again, it's a good incentive for you because it is a good bidding war that a lot of people do. We're actually going to do the opera performance now, just to get that out of the way, and just show that. And of course, we'll crank the audio up and enjoy it. VK. Okay, so we got a VK for doing that. We're gonna do a safety save real quick in case something bad happens up here. We get some really bad enemies. That was the opera scene. A couple of interesting things about the opera scene from Final Fantasy VI is that one of them is that the person who wrote the opera scene and the opera sort of like that never actually saw an opera before. They were suggested to watch the opera by some of the producers and directors of the game, but they never actually did it, and just kind of on the spur of the moment just kind of decided to do it anyway, just make a scene. And actually did not do a pretty bad job, and just went by their own personal reference of what they think an opera was and went that way. Honestly, it didn't come out that bad. Another interesting thing about the opera scene there for Final Fantasy VI or 3 is that the flowers that Celes throws is an homage to a kind of a precursor to her trying to unalive herself later on in the game, beginning of this second part of the game. This is a really dumb fight. Okay, well, this is easy. This is like level 1 stuff. Okay. Oh, okay, well, I guess some levels, I guess. It's kind of a foreshadow of what she does at the beginning of the game, where she kind of tries to unalive herself. So that's just kind of a note thing there, just a reference there. Now, the interesting part of the game also is that that part was the only way to do it in the game. There wasn't an option of whether or not to save or kill Sid. You just basically had to just... he just basically was not going to make it. And in despair, that Celes did that. Now, this part was actually originally done as part of Gamers Against Suicide for that event. And I'm just kind of reprefacing this back in for this event, for the fan-made games. So it's kind of interesting how that wasn't an option when they first made the game. That was actually a alpha or beta testing thing that they added on later on. Okay, so we're trying to get as many levels as possible here before this fight. Hopefully this boss fight's not too bad. We do have a shock available, so that does help this reference. We also have Bolt 2 learned. We're also pretty bulky because we do have the sword. Also, scaling, by the way, is dependent on the number of characters and espers you've found. So right now, all these monsters and stuff we're fighting, they're on a scale of 2. So we're fighting everything that's only level 2. So, right now we're out leveling everything. We also have experience egg that's also adding extra levels to our pool. So between that and that, we're good. Let me get rid of that because I don't want to accidentally use that because we're running to a Gao check here. So we'll top off our health and mana. We'll get into this fight here. It's kind of a solo fight. We'll see what we get the reward is. Now, the character is either going to be here, or the character is going to be in a Magitech facility, or it could also be a Kefka at Nars, because Kefka at Nars is an open world check that you get that you can do anything you want. Also, Tizen Thief is one of the other ones you can do. So we'll see what this fight is for us here. It is... Oh, God, it's tentacles. This is not good. Probably one of the worst checks we could have gotten. This is why we saved beforehand. Because if he sees me, this is going to be really bad for us. Okay, missed. Thank God. Alright, well, 2 of them are dead. So that means one more shock should probably do it here. Alright, we're good. Whew! That was one of the worst bosses we could have gotten. We also learned Berserk, so that's going to be awesome for Magimaster. Guess we're into that. So, we're doing good. Ah, Strago. Unfortunately. Strago, one of the worst characters in the game. Woohoo! And that has horrible... Why? Because he has horrible chats. That's why. And we're not going to take him with us, because we're not allowed to take any characters, but he will be with us for the climbing of Kefka's Tower. Since all of his checks stink, we're going to go to Magitech. Because I hate all of his checks, and we can't really do his Magic Tower check either, which I'm assuming is probably going to be mandatory. For that. Interesting thing here, this little building here. This is actually a fight with an auto heal. So it gives you a little experience, plus you get to heal off of it. And this is a really bad fight. These can insta-kill me, so hopefully we get through this. Okay, cool. Get the free heal now. Right now, what we're looking for a Minerva's and a shield, because we don't have a Minerva or a shield yet. Shurikens are going to help us, fortunately. Snowmuffler is cool. Also, Behemoth Suit's kind of cool too, but Snowmuffler is really cool. I don't think we're going to be able to... 22,000s ain't going to cut it. That's 37,000. Nah, it's like half. It only gets us to like 40,000, so we're like 20,000 short. Snowmuffler would be good to have, so we might come back after this swing through here. Cat Hood would also be nice to have, because Cat Hood doubles the income that we get from fights and stuff. Also, it also like triples the amount you get if like one of the bears like steals money from you. So that's a cool thing too. Oh, that's big. We need that. This is going to help us teach us Bolt 2. All the shields teach the level 2 versions of all their spells, so fire, electric, and ice. And so that's going to help us teach us Bolt 2, because right now we only have Ice 2. I think, oh, we can learn Bolt 2. Oh, we already learned Bolt 2. So it's not going to teach us anything. But it is going to help us absorb lightning. So that's going to be good for like a fight like Goddess or Chadnook. That's going to help us for those fights. Or Pumbaba too, actually. That'll help us if we run into those 3 fights. Now we're going to safety split save down here. So we'll save room in here. We can go to. Let's save. We'll do the Emperor Shiva fight, which is actually Ultros 3. I think Lumina's going to do, let's see, Lumina's 983. What does Shock do? Way more. Like double. Okay. Shiva here, get the reward. A second Illumina. Well, so we bought that Illumina for no reason. We could sell the other... Well, I don't think we can sell Illumina. We have Genji Love, crying out loud. We can find a Genji Love, we could double Illumina here. Which is kind of risky. Especially if you're doing a solo run. But, you know, it's a thing. Thanks, controller. Oh, okay, this is perfect, because we actually just got Berserk here. So we can Berserk him, which will allow him to not be able to change his protection. And now we could just shock him. This is actually the hardest boss in the game. But it's not if you have Berserk. If you have Berserk, it makes him one of the easier bosses. Now, technically, you can still muddle me, I believe. Which would be really bad. But we should be fine. There we go. Good. Alright, this is another Esper. The end of this run, the end of Magitech is guaranteed to be an Esper or character. So we'll end us with either 3 characters or 3 Espers by the end of this. And we'll do this. Take this thing back here. Morning, Wildcard. How you doing? We will check the Esper here. It's Palador is... That's Muddle. This is going to help us with... That's a Katana Soul if we run into it, I guess. I thought we're going to. You have a VK option that will help, so we'll see. VK is really risky to run as a solo run. So by the way, for you joining us, I'm doing okay. Right now, if you're joining me right now, we're doing a submission run for fan-made games. So this is going to be a solo Celes run, which is what I'm known for in our community. So, so you're only allowed to use Celes. Now there is technicals where, like going through Kefka's Tower, you are going to need other characters to help run those other lanes to hit the switches and like that. But yeah. Yeah, but Celes, one of the best female characters of all of Final Fantasy. Probably second, I would say, to probably Lightning. Lightning is just ridiculous, her power level. So the only other ones I would say is probably up there would be Realm and Rydia. Rydia's power level is really high too, being able to summon like any of the Espers pretty much whenever she wants. Ultros 1. Yeah, I'm way outscaling the things I'm fighting, so these fights are pretty easy. And there's no Doomgaze here. Please, no Doomgaze. If I get Doomgaze here, I am screwed. Oh, Fenrir. We need that for the in-game. Larry, Curly, and Mo. Okay. So for this fight, you actually have to take out the top guy first, because the top guy reses the other two. So you gotta take him down first. And now the other two are pretty simple. You just have to kind of take them out. The front one does cast Reflect, so you have to kind of worry about that a little bit. But other than that, it's pretty simple. Take out the top guy, the rest of it is easy. Okay, now we're stuck with doing Strago's checks now, so hopefully we can just do his Ebbett's Rock and just say, okay, we're good. Because unfortunately, I don't really have any spells for the tower climb still. So we'll have to go from there. Yes, we have to run each lane with Celes to clear them out. So yeah. Obviously, you have to do the first lane, the middle lane, the right/middle lane first. Whatever they come with me, Trace. We have to find 22 of these things. Don't touch it. Quattro. Nueve. 12. 17. 19. Penta. Yes, so Celeste has to do all the fights by herself. Oh my god, just give me the damn... The problem with that was rock. 20, come on, 21? $23, alright. We got 22 we need. I wonder what it means by quarrel in quotation marks. Like, what does quarrel in quotation marks mean? That's one thing I don't know. Ah, Niles and Fraser Crane. I'm actually getting +2 speed per level up, so that's why her bar is filling up so fast right now. Oh, it's a dead check, not a Thunder Shield. Are you kidding me? Oh, wow. This is a rough run, guys. I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna be a rough one. Yep. My 3 magic power plus 2. Ooh, boy. Well, we're about to go through the burning house, so, strap in. This is gonna be fun. They already kept it free anyways. I bet I want to get it. Oh, that's big. Earring is big. I only need 1. So, earring would be better, obviously, but we'll take an earring. Just looking for a hero ring right now. Oh, ice shield, okay. It's really nice here. Alright, let's go. Into the burning house. Ugh. This is gonna be annoying. So the burning house, you have to go through a onslaught of enemies to try to get to the back of the burning house. This is in the game. This is where you actually save Realm to get her. Oh, sidestep that one. No. These are really weak enemies, by the way. This is why these fights are going so easy, because all these enemies are pretty weak. For stronger enemies, I would be like around level 30 by now. Man, I just can't get the timing on that. I chased it and never triggered the fight. Alright, there we go. Air Force. Ugh. This could be rough because you can actually use a demi attack on me kind of thing, where it can actually lower my health down to like almost nothing. The Fangames are as magic. Countdown 3, countdown 6. There we go. Wow.
See you later.
Oh. See you later. Are you coming back home before going?
Yeah.
Or? Okay. So I guess we have to stay home till you. We have to stay here till you come home.
Yeah, but any run that I'm doing,
Sure.
I'm gonna be back all around the same time. So
Okay.
I'll be done all.
Are you doing your run or are you doing their run again?
I have no idea which run I'm doing right now.
Well, you're just a utility person, aren't you?
It depends upon whether or not Terry decides she can't come back in this afternoon.
Okay
She
then.
didn't look so good this morning, so.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're back. So Shadow's interesting, where he has a couple of spots here. We're still looking for 4 characters, 7 espers. So we only need 1 more character, 4 more espers. Once again, can't add them to the party. We do get a full heal off this check, though, so that's good. So you don't have to worry about healing. Still gotta find some sleeping bags, though. Sleeping bags is kind of a premium item right now. Let's check here. Alright, we got him. Okay, we're good now. Actually, grab more of those there. Okay. I won't do Cave of the Belk since we're already here. He does have a free check, though, but... Cave the Bell, because we're already getting Magic Power Plus. That's fine. We have the ribbon for later. So that's fine too. Because we need a ribbon for the Kefka climb. Do you want to go back and get the Snow Muffler? Because Snow Muffler would be huge for us for defense-wise. That was in Victor's armor shop. And now this is an NPC or ground. We're just going to back out. It's an Esper. Take it. All right. Oh, Rexel. Okay, well, we're just going to smack him with the Illumina and hope we don't proc. We missed the hope you don't proc part there, buddy. One more hit should do it. Got the doggo back to us. Got the dog. We're back in... As you can tell, we're back at the mess again. Moving on. I believe that's another full heal for us, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's not. Okay, but doesn't matter. I think we'll roll the bounce. Do Gal's dad's house. A free check. What a free check is means you can just walk in and grab the item without having to fight a boss. And I should have flown south there, because that would have been way faster. But I'm dumb. But apparently the world's flat and it doesn't wrap around itself. I'm just being silly. So that means it's going to be a floating continent. Alright, floating continent it is. The floating continent originally was supposed to be the end of the game. So the world of balance, as you call it for Final Fantasy VI, was supposed to be the entire game. But they had so much extra time after they finished the entire game. Like, hey, let's just make a whole second world. What happens if the heroes don't succeed? Kefka does succeed and ruins the whole entire world, and they have to rebuild the world. Well, that's what happened. That's why there's a whole second part of the game, because they had extra time on their plate and decided to make a whole second part of the game. So. The other thing about floating continent for the Worlds Collide perspective, or the randomizer one, is that the first and third checks, there's 3 checks on here. You fight 4 bosses, you get 3 rewards for it. And, but the first and third one are automatic. They're either going to be a character or an Esper. The second one could be anything. But the first and third are always going to be a reward. So this puts us in a great position to try to get this done. Because it means we're going to get our characters or we're going to get our Espers either way, probably. This is not Magic Master again. This is his evil twin Skippy that you find earlier in the game. Does Shock really do more because I have so much magic power? Oh yeah, it does. I should have probably swapped the Esper out, although I'm getting a lot of levels right now, and that's all we care about is levels. You know, powering up our magic power is probably the best part right now. Because even if we had like Fire 3 or like Ice 3 later on, we're gonna need it, so. Oh, this is gonna be a bit. This guy cast Condemn 4 times, regardless if it's on you or not, so. Counter hit. I don't remember counter hitting. Yeah, it's an Edgar. We also get a free heal. Excuse me. We also get a free heal off the first of those 2 boss fights. So we don't have to worry about using a heal. Sometimes looping in these pathing, where you just get these free heals and stuff, is actually part of the better part of knowing which way to go for the run, and just like sneaking those free heals as you progress. So we got our 4 characters. Now we just need 2 Espers. And we will unlock Kefka's Tower. And speaking of Espers, let's check those other 2 Espers we got and see what they are. These star indicators means I've learned the whole entire thing of them. Pearl is interesting. That's not interesting. Cure 2 is not going to be helpful either. Speed plus 2 more, I guess. They all have speed. This spell doesn't help us either. Well, it does a little bit. It helps us get rid of Reflect on a creature. That's not me. I can't really cast Dispel on myself if I get stopped. So. I guess we'll do it for the Cure 2, just so we'll be able to heal myself. So yeah. Fortunately, this is one of the longer dungeons. This has been a longer pathing. Usually these runs don't last this long. But we just got the 2 worst possible characters. Well, 3 actually. All 3 of the characters we found are the worst possible characters for length of time. Because they have the longest checks in the game here, so yeah. But we might get lucky. We get 2 Espers off this. Oh, dear goodness. I hope I'm not level 5. I'm not. Okay, good. He could do me. This will be a problem. This is a very dangerous. This is probably the worst fight I could get right now. Maybe can Illumina proc more for hard damage? It's 20 to 2000. Yeah, it's less, but if I proc, it does more. There we go. This guy is a chunky boy, so as long as he doesn't cast Doom, I'm okay. Miss, okay. Whew. As long as he doesn't cast Doom, I'm okay. It doesn't Doom, okay? It's just... I said, as long as he don't cast Doom. Come on, man. Give me a dang heart attack, man. Flip that for later for a short. Alright, Kieran. That's another Esper. We'll see if it's anything good. Here to you again, MP3 Plus. That's kind of cool, I guess. We didn't get anything out that fight. Lift 2 does nothing for us. We'll do that. Stop actually might be helpful in a little bit here. Now, obviously, to help speed up the time for the game, we take out some of the cutscenes, so the whole thing about Gestahl and Kefka going back and forth about things, we've taken all that stuff out, so I'll speed up the game. And those conversations and those alert, actually, it's been repurposed thanks to Atma, who was the person who redesigned the game. You repurpose those to conversational logs and repurpose those menus for repurpose the menus for that for the alerts and stuff, like you've unlocked Kefka, you've gotten Skip and stuff like that, or you've gotten this Esper. So all those conversational stuff has been repurposed to give you alerts on the game. Oh, jeez. Tomb Gaze in the Doom. Cool. Not phase 2 yet, huh? Nice, phase 2. So when he goes to phase 2, it's going to have Reflect and Image on him. So I won't be able to attack him by spells or by sword swing, but I can still hit him with shock. That's the movie does it with. Grew up in a picture. I think shock is, yeah, shock is non-elemental. Alright, so if we get another Esper on the backside of this, we'll have Kefka unlocked. Could be. It is an Esper. We know it's an Esper. So we got Kefka unlocked. Yay! Alright, so now we can head out there. So we're going to do some housekeeping first. Since we got so much magic power, we don't need the white dress anymore. So we're going to get ourselves bulkier now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here. We're going to grab the stun muffler here. That was a man. Dude, oh, here we go. Stun muffler. Give us extra protection. Now, if you red cap it, that's going to increase all our stats even more. So we're going to do that too as well. And Aegis Shield makes us completely immune to magic attacks, really. So do that too. All right. All right. All right, now we do the Kefka Tower now. Now, unfortunately, we have to run the tower 3 times. We have to put Celeste, and they have to do the right lane first, regardless. So it doesn't matter who the O2 are. We're going to take U2 because, well, screw Strago. No offense to people who are fans of Strago out there, just saying. But now we're not going to use Strago as a crush to put the Mega Charm on, Moogle Charm on. That's kind of cheaty, all right? So we are going to have to just go with having Moogle Charm on Celeste. Now we put the now we're just going to have to operate these guys as is, because we need them to get through the tower. Now Moogle Charm makes it so that we don't get any fights or combats. That's how we were able to any random fights as we run along. And since the left and center paths do not run into any kind of monsters or anything, because there is that guy up there, but we don't care about that guy. Not to worry about it. I think I set this to 16 checks for skip, I think. Double check this real quick here. I can't see in the code. I can't tell. I can't tell with the coding. So, I can't find my thing. There we go. I can't tell in the coding, so I'll have to go back in the actual chart. But I could practically try to go for skip. Make it one. Oh, I didn't mean to get that chest. A little 10-second penalty there. I could have gotten on Celes 8 also. Safety bit is actually a really good item I kind of need. Also, I'm not going to allow myself to use it unless Celes goes through there. It's just, that is just muscle memory just taking over in this situation on me. Sorry, guys. Safety bit's kind of important, so make sure you don't get doomed. That was something we really kind of needed earlier. We still got the experience egg on because we're gonna need it for these keep on leveling here. Unless we get a fight like this that deals us basically nothing. Well, we're not gonna bother saving after that fight. That's the easiest boss in the game, so he can counter, like, although he can skill counter you crazy though. So you have to be careful of that. Don't need Dargans. Because I think it's set to 17 instead of 16, so I don't think we can actually get the skip this way. Fortunately, you do have to run the tower 3 times. That's just the way it goes for the solo runs. Trust me, if I could just allow skip in there each time, it would be nice, but... Okay. There we go. Now, when you actually do these runs with a full team of 4, you usually want to put 2 characters in the right lane because you actually have to fight 3 bosses when you go from the right into the middle lane, where the other 2 lanes you only fight 1. So the possibilities of you getting a really bad boss in the right lane is a lot higher. Also, you want to put you also want to put the characters that need the most levels there too, because you're also going to need a lot. You're also going to get a lot of levels by going to from the right into the middle lane. So now we're in the middle lane. Now we need to unlock the other doors because it doesn't matter because I'm going to fight whatever it is up there when I get there anyway. So. Oh well. Okay. Well, no shocking this guy. Any of these Espers have like a percentage HP thing? Merton. Well, that's something we can learn actually if we try. I don't think we'll learn it in time though. We'll try learning it. Highly doubt it though. Just as brick blade. Spicy chicken. I didn't say before. Well, this is fun. Oh man, as we were talking about the launcher thing, that cuts my health in half. I do have stop actually, so we can try to stop him before he stops me. We learn stop, so you stop. Stop it! There we go. Well, this will definitely help us learn that Merton. Can't use it on him anyway, so that works. So we call this Poltergeist Spicy Chicken because he's got feathers, it looks like a chicken, and he does fire stuff, so that's what we call him Spicy Chicken. I don't think sword swing's gonna help. Ow, elemental, magic, elemental stuff. Yeah, my problem with my setup is I don't negate magic, elemental attacks. So I might want to put one of the shields back on. For that reason, because I actually don't, I can't use Merton, even though I just learned it, so. I actually can't use Merton, I gotta put the ice shield back on, I think. Actually, not the ice shield, the thunder shield, because I have a snow muffler. Right, so we're gonna be here, we're gonna heal back up again. Save real quick. Back out. Let's back in. That's one run. I have to go a second one. Left lane time. Actually, probably should in the middle. No. This really doesn't matter. Middle, technically, will. Yeah. Move charge on him. That part doesn't matter. So now I gotta unlock the path for her again. So unfortunately, the unlocking of the paths does not stay. You have to redo it every time, which is a little annoying. Which is why I'd rather just be able, if you run it through once, you could just skip to the end automatically. But we don't have that option for this game, so you have to run the whole thing. See, it reset, so I have to re-hit it again. And since the bosses do not stay, so as long as if you kill the boss in the side lane, they are gone. So Edgar can just run right through without any problems. My item right now is like 4/7, so that's 11. So everything I'm fighting is level 20, 27. And I'm like 46, so I'm way over leveled. Because thanks to the experience egg. Experience egg is kind of mandatory for this kind of one. So yeah. Right. So this is a custom flag set specifically designed for a solo run with Celes. You actually start with Shock. You also start with Warp, which allows you to be able to not have to find warp stones. You start with a dried meat, so in case you have a gal, you don't have to go looking for dried meat either. Some quality of life stuff. Y also turns things into mascots. It turns things into chocobos and stuff like that. The NPC tooltip is on just for showcasing about, hey, welcome to Worlds Collide, stuff like that. Because we do have some text that has been swapped out with the flag set on. And also reduce the needs too. We only need 4 characters, 7 espers, because we only start with 1 character, which is Celes. That time I do have to open the doors. That's allowed because that allows it so you don't have to rerun the tower, just for, sanity's sake for everybody watching. Oh, I need that one. Which one I was on. That's the only thing you're allowed to do with the extra characters. You hit the switches to get through the tower and do that quick save to reset because that's where you left off. Flame Eater. Well, interesting. I have Ice Rods, actually. I have Ice too, but Ice Rods do more damage. Because the interesting about Ice Rods is it's magic defense ignoring. So not only do you hit them with the element that they're weak to, they're also magic defense ignoring the item when you break an item. So although Ice 2 and Ice Rod both cast Ice 2, the Ice Rod does magic defensive ignoring. So it allows you to actually do more damage with it. This was an easy fight. I'm not going to even bother with the save after. Alright, so let's go in the middle now. Edgar with a backflip. I like how he's like back to it as he can do a backflip off the thing like my character did in D&D. Alright, here we go. Round 3. Fight! Skip you. Run you through. If you do fight the what we call Toilet Atma, because it's Atma weapon inside of toilet, there we go, we call it Toilet Atma. It is counted as a check that you can do. It does count towards the checks, and you actually get a high tier reward for doing it. So it is an option thing to do. And by the way, for those that are watching this live right now, the virtual block party will continue this evening. We're going to play a bunch of games like Jackbox and stuff like that. If you don't want to participate in the actual live on Discord thing, you can still participate on your phone using the room code, and you can actually help the players actually gain extra points. So that is always an option too. If you don't want to join us in Discord, you can still do it in the background as a viewer. So that option will also be available. Yeah. Oh yeah, you do it. Duh. Oh. Nullabar is like taking revenge on me. Alright. Last one. Damn. Love those granola bars normally, but man, I'm having issues with it today. I'm trying to think of if there's any questions, like I said, during the run, I'm more than willing to help answer them. I actually have a secondary commentator with me on top of the run, so they'll help explain what I'm doing as I'm focusing on doing stuff. I'm trying to do it solo, but if we do have a commentator available, I will try to drag one in for our runs. But I'll do my best to try to explain things solo here as I go through. So. Let's use right lane. I'm just gonna pop the doors still. Okay. Right. Save it here. The sandy sake thing. Daddy Luma. That's not stage 2? No, never mind. Didn't even get to stage 2. So no big spells. That's kind of troublesome. Also no Fire 3 either. My spells are recastable. My Espers are, so I will put Fenrir back on. So I need Ribbon, Fenrir, and then maybe probably Earring, because I don't have Earring. Earring would probably be the best thing to have, but I don't have it, so... We're going to put the Ribbon on, and we're going to put the Earring on. We double check item here, we're good, and we don't have... We got to put Fenrir on. And I'll explain what that means in a minute. We got to heal. Okay. Are you serious right now? Oh my god, are you serious? Cool. Alright, well we got a tincture for free. That one pixel, man. 1 pixel. Alright. So, a couple things with the tower climb. Now, it's automatically going to throw in Edgar and Cyan. I am not allowed to have them do any commands. I will be sitting on them and just letting the bar go up. There is something called weight tricking, where you sit in like an item or a magic menu to prevent the opponent, their AI's AT bars going up, because even though you don't see it, the enemy AT bars do go up. So you're not allowed to do that. They're going to be defaulted into my party. You're not allowed to touch them or anything. You're just going to sit there until Celeste's bar goes back up again, and you go back to Celeste again. They will probably die after the first tier, so we don't have to worry about them after the first tier. So, right. So we gain. I want Celeste in the middle lane. I want Celeste always in the second slot because it's just easier to visually look at it. All right. I don't think I have auto kill. I don't have a way to auto kill, so that's kind of sucky. So we're gonna have to do this the hard way. We do this first. What was it? X magic and oh wow, vanilla natural jump on Edgar is pretty cool. Okay, we'll have to do this the hard way. It goes down. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Long arm is still up, man. Holy crap. This was a recastable. I'm just trying to get around this problem right now. Okay, long arm's down. Okay, heads down. He'll do his fist. So the order of operation is to kill long arm first, and yes, it dies by break or by insta kill like Doom or stuff like that. But I didn't have it, so I had to focus on that. Now, the head is weak to actually fire. Didn't have fire either, so we had to do it the hard way by just punching it in the face. Last but not least, you want to leave fist up last. It counters every time you hit, which is why I've popped finger up there to help dodge some of these attacks out. And go from there. The reason why you don't leave up head up last is because it does a big quake attack, which is, I think, is like magic defense ignoring quake attack, which will kill your entire party. Next up, we have Tier 2, which has 4 hits. There's a tiger thing at the bottom of the screen. That's weak to ice. The thing on top of it is called hits. He's weak to stop, but he just counters you and hits. In the middle is tools. That's weak to insta-kill as well. And the back is magic. Now, we don't have anything that helps us with any of these things, so that's going to suck. Alright. I do have Merton, but I don't think that's really going to help me either. So we're gonna have to kill Tiger just as fast as possible because Tiger does turn us to Doom. Fire 3 is the only thing I'm weak to, unfortunately. This thing is we gotta kill Tiger as fast as possible. That's another fire attack, even though you see blue on the screen. It's actually a fire attack. Oh, that's going to get rid of my Fenrir. Okay. Okay, that's down. Ooh, Gravity Bomb's rude. Oh, I think I also got rid of my life 3, too. So I gotta do some maintenance here. Get life 3 back on myself again. No. 2. Right, back up and running. Oh, I'm not. Wait, I'm immune to win, so this will work. Oh, nice. I can't do it again, can I? No, it's too expensive. Alright. We need 2 elixir cells if we have one. If I had them. Ooh, I don't have any more mega elixirs. I have a 1 mega elixir and that's it, so we have to burn it. Run costs 85. Wow. Kind of expensive, but it's going to get us through the fight faster. Basically microwaving everything on the screen. Well, I have a ribbon on, so that defense that blocks that. Tools is down. So this should do it, I think. Yep, here comes 10 hits. And my defense is really high, so this is not going to do anything to me. Now, unfortunately, Magic's going to dispel my life 3 again. Oh, wow, there's not dead. Okay. Oh, no, okay. Magic's not dead. I'm shocked by that. I'm going to do a single turret shock. Now, this is going to take off my magic again, unfortunately. So we're going to have to reapply the life 3 here. Oh my gosh, he's not dead? What the heck? I'm surprised this guy's not dead. Like, we've cast Merton on him, like, 4 times. There he goes. Okay, roof. Alright. Now, technically, it's supposed to mute magic, insta-kill tools, ice the tiger, and you get through that. But I didn't have any of those tools, unfortunately. Now we're in Tier 3. Tier 3 is a 2-headed beast. First up, you see that first character coming down. That is Kafka resting after he completely changed the world. He's called Sleep. Above him is the goddess, which is one of the statue bosses. And that's called, we also call her Girl. She has 9,999 HP. But first of all, I gotta see if this hits me, and it did not. She has 9,999 HP. And she does that. She just makes sure Sleep stays alive by either healing Whirlwind or casting life on him. And that did nothing, so that's kind of worrisome. Condemned is horrible. 19 seconds. Now I have 19 seconds to kill this boss. And it doesn't look like that's going to happen right now. I need this. I don't need a proc. I just need Illumina to proc right now. Okay, that's dead. Alright, so now I gotta cast Life 3 on myself in case I die. Now, since I'm casting Fenrir right now, because I'm probably gonna die off this, what I can do is try to break a shield to get some damage into him. I'm just gonna have to let myself die, unfortunately. I have life 3, so I'll come back up. So as long as it doesn't punch me after coming back up again, I'm okay. Oh! He did punch me, but it didn't matter. Okay. Woo! Okay. Okay, now I'll be able to survive a Meteo. Cast all my protections back on me again. And I still gotta cast Fenrir on me. Merton does nothing to me, so that's fine. Just enough for Fenrir. Oh, goodness gracious. I don't have enough to swing my Illumina now. Okay. Well, this is interesting. Okay. Now what? Now do I do? Maybe Ice Rods will do more damage than my Illumina. It's like 4,000, so this will do 7,000. Nice. Cast that again. I have one Ether. It's not going to do much for me, though. I need to save it for Kefka. There's Calmness. So Calmness is a counter that happens when you kill them. You only do it once or twice. It's random how many times you do it. But you need to have Fenrir or Golem or basically invisibility. It's a physical automatically kill attack. And because we have Fenrir on us, it automatically misses. Then since we have Image up, so Image up makes it so it misses the first couple attacks. That's how we got through that fight. Last but not least is Kefka. Kefka basically has 3 stages. He has a Fall of 1 stage, so he's going to drop me down to 1 HP. First of all. And then he has other attacks when he gets down lower. He has Hyperdrive and stuff like that. And then if you get him down too low, he counters with Ultima. He does have a charge up that calls Goner, which is when you're supposed to dump all your damage into him. But since we only have one character, that's probably not going to happen. And we are completely out of mana. So we're going to have to manufacture mana for ourselves. We'll have to get some ether for ourselves here. We're going to get taken down to life. But we will be able to X potion here. That's fine. Alright. Basically, you're going to swim with Luminas until he gets down to low health. And we procced. That's actually going to help us quite a bit. Oh, well, trying doesn't matter because we have a ribbon on. The reason why I put the ribbon on is to defend against this ability. It's supposed to mute you and blind you at the same time. So that helps us get around that. Oh, we're in the final charge-up stage. So this is Goner. So this is when you're supposed to dump in all your damage with all your characters, but since we only got one character, it makes it kind of hard, so... Okay, Goner's up. So this is going to do quite a bit of damage. The more characters in your party, the less damage it does, but since we're only one character, this is probably going to do quite a bit of damage to me. See what it does. Okay, half my health. Not horrible. I'm surprised we're not getting ultimate countered right here. Oh, that's huge, because that might not have killed him. So this is another quad 9 pearl. Got it. We're done. Nice. 121.43. All right. Okay, so that is the solo Celeste run for those that do for the custom games for your event. I hope you enjoy this run. And like I said, I'll have another commentator with me and help you explain things, talk things over. We have that incentive for Save Kill Sid. It's a betting war to see what the players will have to do with Sid. It's kind of a mini game that's built into the game that you have to do, and your people that are watching your stream will have to tell us how we're going to do this. All right, guys? All right. So once again, I am Sabre. I hope you enjoyed the run, and yeah, and we'll hope to see you soon on the event in July. Thank you, and have a very good day. Bye-bye.